Good evening, my dear students. Yeah, hope you are doing well. I came back here with a new video, that is day before exam strategy for income tax subject applicable to January 2026 attempt. Okay, my dear students, before starting, I give you some general instructions. Please be follow at least in this crucial time. First one is forget about the previous exams, whether you performed well or not. So that is most important suggestion I want to give you. Don't think about the past exams. Okay. Second one is, my dear students, don't use the cell phones in this crucial time because it will consume your valuable time. Okay. So better to keep it in switch off mode at least in this crucial time of 2 days. And one more important point, don't discuss any unnecessary topics with any other person in this crucial time, even about subject also. And last one is, use your time as maximum as possible. So that is, these are the general instructions you have to follow mandatorily in this crucial time of 1.5 day or 2 days. Okay. So please be follow carefully. Coming to the point, my dear students, preparation strategy. Yeah, this is the main objective of this video. So my dear students, all you know very well about income tax is having heavy syllabus. Practically, it is impossible to revise entire syllabus in this limited period of time. So that please follow these instructions while preparing the income tax subject carefully. My dear students, so I give you the valuable preparation strategy. So you have to follow mandatorily as it is. You will get maximum marks in income tax subject. Okay. So my dear students, first priority chapters, you have to concentrate more on these first priority chapters. At least, so please concentrate more on first priority chapters, around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 chapters listed out in this first priority. You will get at least 7 questions from these chapters. So most valuable chapters, very important chapters in exam point of view. Don't be neglect. At least prepare these chapters given in first priority. If you have sufficient time and if you have interest to prepare some more chapters, then you will go for second priority. Okay. So these are the first priority chapters. Don't neglect. Compulsory you will get at least 7 questions from these chapters. Okay. First one, residential status 1 and 2. Both in fact, residential status itself is a single chapter. Compulsory you have to prepare both the chapters. So next one, house property, important chapter. Third one, salaries. Fourth one, set off and carry forward. Small chapter, but very important in exam point of view. TDS and TCS. You will get compulsory question from this chapter. And clubbing provisions. Small chapter, important chapter. Total income. This is the main chapter in this list. You will get 15 marks question from this. Don't neglect. Total income. Prepare as maximum as possible problems in this chapter. Last one, return of income. You will get compulsory TD question from this chapter. For TD purpose, you have to prepare only one chapter, that is return of income. You will get compulsory question from this area. Okay. So these are the chapters having most importance in exam point of view. Please be concentrate more and spend more time for preparation of these chapters only. Okay. So at least you will get 7 questions from these chapters. Don't neglect. Okay. My dear students, next, second priority. If you have a time still, then go for second priority questions. Second priority chapters, capital gain, PGBP, other sources and deductions. That too, in other sources, you have to concentrate only on gift concept. Enough. Gift and section 57. These two are important topics in other sources chapter. At least prepare those topics. Okay. Capital gain and PGBP, lengthy chapters, my dear students. It will consume more time in this crucial time. So that you can prepare some selected problems. Please verify how to solve the capital gain problem, how to solve the PGBP. So, and other sources, at least gift concept, gift related problems and section 57. These two are important concepts in deductions chapter. Of course, my dear students, you may not get exclusive problem from deductions chapter. but deductions chapter still is very important because so many of problems in question paper will be affected if you don't know about deductions. Because this chapter will be connected with various other chapters, various other problems. So that for that purpose, compulsory better to prepare at least some selected sections in deductions. So like I give you some important sections. 80C, important. 80D, 80E, 80DD, 80TTA, 80TTB, 80G. Please be at least the first priority sections in deductions. You have to prepare at least these sections mandatorily. These are the very important sections in 80 chapter 6A deductions. Okay, at least prepare these sections mandatorily. Because in question paper, 3-4 problems involved chapter 6A. So that better to prepare compulsory chapter 6A deduction. At least I think it is a first priority chapter also. Okay. So don't neglect. Second priority chapters are capital gain, PGBP, other sources and deductions. My dear students, give you one valuable suggestion. Don't spend much time for preparation of PGBP. You can directly and simply ignore it because every adjustment in PGBP was covered in total income chapter. So that better to prepare total income and again and again. Okay. So that you can skip other PGBP chapter. Because all the adjustments were covered in PGBP were also covered in total income chapter. If you prepared well about total income, then you will automatically cover PGBP head also. Okay, that is my suggestion. Don't spend much time for preparation of PGBP. So, and one more important, capital gain is also time consuming section, chapter, but prepared selectively, some selected problems relating to each section. So these are the second priority questions. You will get at least 2 questions from this list. Third priority, remaining all chapters. Remaining all chapters covered in third priority. Exemptions chapter and introduction chapter, advanced tax chapter, miscellaneous topics chapter. All these are third priority chapters. In fact, in third priority also, you have to prepare at least a composite activity point important. Composite activity. Composite activity, tea, coffee, rubber. The provision is very important. So at least prepare the that concept of composite activity in third priority questions. Some selected topics will be prepared in third priority. Don't be try to prepare entire chapter. Okay. So my dear students, this is the information I want to give you. You have to follow and you have to follow so that you will get more number of marks. And one more important, please be concentrate more on first priority chapters mandatorily. Okay, second priority chapters, some selected topics will be prepared. Third priority also, some selected topics will be prepared. And the next one, this point already discussed, deduction, don't neglect the deductions chapter because at least prepare some important chapters, sections in deductions. It was already discussed. Next one, this point was also completed. Every adjustment covered in PGBP was already covered in total income. So that better to spend time for total income preparation. Need not prepare PGBP. So don't spend time for preparation of PGBP. Okay. Next, points to be considered while solving the total income problem, my dear students. Total income, you will get 15 marks problem. Compulsory, no choice for that. But the points to be considered while solving the total income problem. The first point is, if they ask to calculate the total income and tax liability in most beneficial method, then you have to answer that question in both default and optional and suggest which option is beneficial to assessee. That is what the first point you have to keep in mind while solving the total income problem. If they ask to calculate the total income and tax liability in most beneficial method is nothing but default or optional. Which one is beneficial? That is what the importance of. Second one, if total income problem contains either 10AA section or 35AD or chapter 6A heading C. Chapter 6 heading C is nothing but QQB, RRB, JJAA. Of course, some more sections are there, but not in our syllabus. These 3 sections in our syllabus. So, if problem contains 10AA, 35AD, chapter 6A heading C, then you have to apply AMT concept automatically. Please check whether AMT is payable to the government or not. That is also very important. They never be given, please apply AMT concept in this. We have to respond. Have you understood? Whenever the problem involved either 10AA or 35AD or chapter 6A heading C, compulsory you need to verify whether AMT is payable or not. That is, please go and verify, at least prepare one problem relating to AMT in total income chapter. Okay, next one. If total income just exceed the margins, just exceed the margin is nothing but just exceed 50 lakhs, just exceed 1 crore, just exceed 2 crores, 5 crores, 10 crores. Then please verify whether marginal relief is available there or not. Marginal relief is relating to surcharge related concept. Have you understood? Marginal relief concept is to be verified. Marginal relief is available or not is to be verified by yourself. When? If total income just exceed the limits, 50 lakhs or 1 crore or 2 crores, 5 crores, 10 crores. Have you understood? Automatically you have to apply the marginal relief concept. Please check whether marginal relief is available or not while calculating the tax liability. That is what the importance of. Next one. If total income problems contains agricultural income also, in addition to heads, is nothing but non-agricultural income. If problem contains both agricultural and non-agricultural income, then compulsory you have to calculate the tax liability by using aggregation method. Aggregation method of tax calculation is to be applied, subject to some conditions. Please go and verify in total income chapter and prepare at least one problem relating to aggregation method. Don't be neglect, my dear students. And one more important point, in capital gain, grandfathering concept was there in section 112. Please be prepared at least one problem relating to grandfathering benefit relating to 112. Okay, I don't want to explain any concept here. Just I give you some valuable suggestions and instructions. Please be followed as this. In capital gain, this time grandfathering calculation related problem is important. At least prepare one problem. And while solving the total income, keep in mind all these points, very, very important. Okay. So these are the instructions, my dear students. And coming to the final topic. So this is the paper pattern, my dear students. Your paper, your exam paper, just like it. And one more important, subject to some changes. Okay. So the estimated paper, just like this. So taxation, paper name taxation, 100 marks. Having two parts, part 1 income tax, part 2 GST. So I don't want to explain about a GST, just leave it at present. Part 1 income tax, 50 marks. Income tax again contains two divisions, MCQs and a descriptive part. MCQs 15 marks compulsory. Descriptive 45 marks. But descriptive 45 marks contains 4 different questions. Question 1, 15 marks from total income chapter. Compulsory question. No choice for that. Remaining 3 questions carries 10 marks each. 10 marks each. But out of those 3, you have to answer at least 2. One question is a choice. Have you understood? So that is the overview of the paper. And one more important point, these 10 marks questions again classified into these 10 marks questions contains sub questions also. Maybe they will be given 10 marks question as 5 plus 5 from 2 different chapters, or 6 plus 4 or 7 plus 3. So never expect a straight 10 marks question from single chapter. Each 10 marks question contains 2 different chapters related questions, 2 sub questions involved in each 10 marks question. The proportionate may be, the ratio may be either 5 plus 5 questions or 6 plus 4 or 7 plus, whatever it is. Compulsory each 10 marks question include 2 different questions from 2 different chapters, so that they will cover more number of chapters from the syllabus. I mean, this is the paper overview, subject to some changes. Anyway, my dear students, let's close here, and all the best, my dear students. Thank you.
Okay, my dear students, now we are going to discuss about day before exam strategy with respect to our GST. So regarding the GST here. These are the most important areas you need to keep focus with respect to our GST. In supply chapter, the most important areas will be import of service related, whether it may be 71B or 71C, it does not matter. You need to read all of them. And deemed supplies 71C and negatively 7 subsection 2, it is the most important one this time because there are few amendments in this particular area. Therefore, definitely you need to keep more focus on negatively 7 subsection 2 for your attempt. And with respect to levy and collection of GST or charge of GST, 993 with respect to RCM, the most important areas you need to keep focus is GTA, legal services, government related RCM, directors and government are most important, sponsorship, other security services, renting of passenger vehicle. Along with that, another point in the amendments you need to see is here renting of residential property. Renting of residential property or commercial property. These are the areas you need to keep focus in RCM. And 95 ECO related topics, the most important areas will be the first one, transportation of passengers and food aggregators are most important ones in this ECO. In section 10, composition scheme, the most important ones will be, you need to keep focus day before, is sublimits for 10.1 and 10.2. That means along with supply of the goods, you can make supply of service up to the specified limit of 10% of the preceding financial year turnover. Like that is there now, those points. And one of your unit can go for composition, one of the unit can go for normal, like that, those points. And negative list who are not eligible for composition scheme, and exit, how to exit from composition scheme. So these are the important areas you need to keep focus in this composition scheme. And with respect to exemptions, the most important areas will be charitable and religious activities, agriculture, education, legal services, health services, passenger transportation, goods transportation, government related exemptions, most important ones, and artist performance. These are the most important areas with respect to exemptions you need to keep focus. And in time and value of supply, the major focus will be on 12.2 FCM with respect to goods, 12.3 RCM with respect to goods, 13.2 FCM with respect to services, 13.3 RCM with respect to services, and 15.2, 15.3 which is there in value of supply. In this, the most important things is subsidy, you need to keep more focus. And the next chapter is ITC. Generally, with respect to ITC, you need to reach each and every topic. But whereas if you still, sir, we need some more important areas, then 16.2, conditions for claiming the ITC, 17.5, blocked credits, 18.1, claiming of ITC in special circumstances, 18.6, sale of that capital good as a second-hand good. These are the most important areas in ITC. Any theory is going to be asked, then rule 86A and rule 86B you need to study. And with respect to registration, the most important sections will be 22, 23 and 24 and rule 10A. Along with that, section 29 cancellation and 30 revocation also, if at all time possible, you can focus on. And with respect to tax invoice, debit notes and credit notes, the important areas you need to keep focus, debit note and credit note, DC, delivery challan, when e-way bill is required, what is the exemption from e-way bill, who is required to generate the e-way bill, parts of e-way bill, who will fill that. Along with that, revise the tax invoice and bill of supply, and less than 200 consolidated tax invoice can be issued in a single day. Those points you need to keep focus. In payment of tax, the important areas you need to keep focus is cash ledger and section 50 interest computation. And returns chapter, you need to keep focus on due date of returns and due date for the payment of tax and what are the late fee. And along with that, GSTR 1A can be asked latest amendment, and TDS and DCS, who is required to deduct the DDS and who is not required. These are the important areas you need to keep focus. And in place of supply, section 10, in total you need to study. In section 12, 12.3, 12.6, 12.7, 12.8, 12.9, 12.10. These are the most important sections you need to keep focus in place of supply. And accounts and records, 36, retention of accounts, you need to keep focus on this area. So these are the most important areas with respect to our GST to keep more focus day before. Hope this video will be useful to you. So please share this video to all the friends. God bless you, all of you. Stay tuned for all these type of interesting and useful videos to our YouTube channel, Masterminds for CA.